I'm going to test your intuition. So take a look at all of these black cards we have over here. We're going to need one more card for this experiment. So I'll have the spectator say stop at a random card. Let's say we have the, Ace of Diamonds. Actually, it's good that this is a red card because then it's a good contrast from the rest of these other cards. So now I will take this Ace of Diamonds and slide it into the black card pile so that now it is the only red card amongst all of these other cards. So the intuition test is going to consist of you dealing through these cards one at a time like this. And then I'm gonna have you try to, use your gut feeling to try to sense where that red card is in the pile. So whenever they feel like they might be arriving at it, I'd like them to take this next card and just place it in my empty hand. But it really is a completely free choice. They really could have taken any one of these cards, and then I'll invite them to continue dealing so that they can check the rest of the pile if that red card was there. But as you can see, all of these black cards are here, meaning that the one card that they removed is none other than the Ace of Diamonds. And you really can check this out. And you can also, check out all these other black cards here. All right, so this trick is super simple. All you're gonna wanna do is remove like 10 to 15 black cards, and then the only preparation from the deck is just to get a black card and then a red card on top of the deck. And it does not matter what these cards are here, but what you're gonna do is cut these into the middle, hold a break, and then you're gonna perform a force to have the spectator say stop at a random point, and then do a double lift showing the supposed top card as a red card. However, this is going to be two cards held together. So you now explain that we'll take the 3 of hearts and place it inside the black pile, but this will now be a black card. And this pile will go back on top of the deck as you take this card and slide it in the middle of these black cards over here. So now you can shuffle these and have the spectator shuffle them as well. If they want to look through the pile, just tell them to hold on because you're going to have them do that right now by dealing through all of the cards. So you're going to now have them deal one by one through the entire deck. And whenever they feel like the red card is approaching, you're going to ask them to take that card without looking and just place it inside of your empty hand. And then they will continue dealing so that they can check that the red card is no longer in the pile. And all you're going to do with the card that they place in your hand is just very quickly place it on top of the deck and perform another double lift to show the same card that was supposedly inside of the pile. Now you could do one of two things here. You can clean up the double by just dropping it on top like this, and that would be fine because then that last black card will kind of blend into the rest. They won't really notice that a card has been added. Or if you don't want to have another card added, you can also do the KM move, which is where you take your fingers here and you will simply retain that card on top of the pile as you flip your wrist over to give it a flick. So now I've just ditched that card on top of the deck, and now I can freely hand out this single card to be examined.